Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Fire Coaching. I am Coach Joe. Here I teach the identity reset model, and today we're going to be going through the evidence stacking, walkthrough video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and we're going to go through the exercise real quick, and you guys will be able to download this. It will be in the description or comments section below. Let me go ahead and open this up for you all real quick. Okay, and share. All right, guys, so let me get to page one. I had started this and then my dogs went absolutely nuts. And I had meant to get this out earlier in the week. And unfortunately, my kids got sick and I spent hours with different kids on different days, taking them to different places. And my whole week just got pretty disrupted. So I apologize, but here we go. All right. So as you can see, this is the evidence stacking walkthrough. Okay. This is the exercise. And this is going to help you build this new identity that we're talking about. And when we're talking about building a new identity, it's really just talking about shifting from where you are to where you want to be. Okay, so it's not some big hoopla. This is actual real work, real strategy that I use, and this has been very, very helpful to me. Okay, so I wanted to share it with you because I know it will help some of you, if not many of you out there who watch this and share this with others. Again, I'm a certified life coach. I've been doing this for years and I'm sharing this for free. Okay. If you guys want my help, that will be available later in the description below. And let's move on. So, part one instructions. What's the goal? Build a proof portfolio so your new identity becomes believable. Okay, now what do we mean by a proof portfolio? Well, that's what this is. Okay. This whole thing, this whole exercise is a portfolio. Okay. So your becoming identity, what is it? If you don't know what that is, lock that in as soon as you can, whether that's now or later. What does that mean, becoming identity? That means I'm becoming a more present parent. I'm becoming a better listener. I'm becoming a better learner. I'm becoming a better salesman, whatever it may be. Whatever is unique to you that's going to push you forward in a powerful, positive, meaningful way. Okay. So right here, I'm becoming, and then you fill in this blank spot right here. Okay. Now, the number one rule to this is that the evidence must be real, small, and repeatable. We want to have micro actions. Okay. What does that mean? That means, like, let's say you live in a messy house or a messy bedroom, and you're just so overwhelmed by the mess that you don't know where to start. So you start small. Maybe you start with a sock drawer or an underwear drawer, something small. Maybe you just clean off a small section of the nightstand. And then you focus in on that. And then the next day you go to the next part of the nightstand, whatever it may be, but make it small, repeatable. Okay. Small and repeatable and real. Okay. You have to have evidence, and you can't have evidence without action. Okay. So part two of the exercise is your past proof bucket. Now, this would be the previous identity, the identity that just says, I don't care. This is who I am. It's always going to be this way. Um, and don't let yourself get trapped in that, because none of that is true. But we want the past proof so that we can move over into the new proof that we get through the evidence. Okay. And you're going to write down about 10 things here. If you don't have 10, that's fine. If you have more than 10, that's okay too. If you hear some noise in the background, that would be my Frenchie and my pug Chihuahua playing. So hopefully that's not too distracting for you guys. All right, part three is bucket B, and that is present proof options, or PPO. Okay, present proof options. And these are 30 micro actions that you can do this week, and they take 10 minutes or less. Okay. You can do all 30 of these in less than 10 minutes. That's the goal, whatever it may be. Very small, very repeatable, very real. I don't care if it's putting a spoon in a drawer. Okay. Whatever it is that helps you move along, putting a sock in a drawer, something that just helps you move forward in a powerful, positive way, and it helps reinforce who you're becoming. Okay, not who you were, but who you are becoming, not who you are now, who you are becoming. And there's nothing wrong with who you were in the past. There's nothing wrong with who you are now. But if you want to get into a different identity, if you want to shift, if you want to have a better life or a better version of yourself, or however it is that you word it, okay, you got to have the evidence of it, and that requires action. Okay. And so do these. If you can't come up with 30, that's okay. And if you come up with more than 30, that's okay. If you're somewhere in between, that's okay, so long as you're doing the work. Okay. But what the important piece here is, if say you only get to 12, okay, then after you've gotten to 12, push for 13 and 14 and so on and so forth. I can see some of these are misnumbered. I apologize. My computer was going a little crazy earlier, not working quite well. So part 4, bucket C, is your proof schedule. Okay. On here, you're going to list 10 small commitments that you're going to schedule ahead of time. So maybe you're going to schedule a 10-minute walk, or 10 minutes yoga or Pilates, or whatever it is that you want to do there. Okay. So come up with 10 things that you can schedule and commit to. If you're a salesman, maybe you're going to commit to making 3 extra calls. So you set aside an extra 10 to 30 minutes, or however long it takes you to get calls made. Okay. Now, part 5 is your 7-day proof tracker and your proof portfolio. Now, the whole thing here is a proof portfolio, but right here is your proof of action and your evidence. And you want to log this all week, 7 days consecutively. So Sunday through Saturday, or however your week goes. Okay. Then down at the bottom, you're going to have your top 10 proof pieces, and circle your strongest evidence. Okay. I would say 2 to 3 max. Okay. Preferably like 2, and really zero in on those, really dial in on those. Okay. And that's it, guys. Other than that, you have your weekly reflection. Okay. And the weekly reflection is, what was your strongest proof this week? Really think about that. What was your strongest proof? And if it doesn't come to mind, go through the proof portfolio exercise, the evidence stacking exercise, and you'll be able to see what it was. Okay. Now, the old identity tried to return when. Reflect on that. Think about that. If you're trying to maybe be a more calm parent, maybe you yell at your kids, or you get angry too fast, you don't like that about yourself, and your new identity is being a calm and present parent, then when your children upset you, or your child upsets you, and you're like, oh, I really want to yell right now, but you don't, then that's evidence of the new identity working, and you need to be very aware of that and reward yourself for that. Recognize that, because that's evidence, and that's going to reinforce the new identity. Okay. So next week, how will you strengthen the proof? Think of what you can do next week to strengthen the proof that you're gaining. Okay. And each and every week, you should really do that. How can you get better each and every week? And it doesn't have to be huge, guys. Again, micro actions. Okay. You guys remember micro machines back in the day? Those tiny little cars? I'm aging myself now, but those were real popular when I was a kid. So small actions lead to large rewards. All right. So just do that, guys. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I'm hopefully going to have that out Monday, Tuesday at the latest. It has been a bit chaotic around here, but hopefully things are under control now. And let me see, guys, real quick here. I forgot to note what next week's lesson is about. You know what? I'll just share that with you guys in a short or something, because I got to get going for now. But you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.